Welcome to WatchMojo UK, and today we're counting down our picks for the times conspiracy theorists got exposed on telly. Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos.
And that's because people are so contrarian, people are so willing to believe unsubstantiated things that have websites, that they are now going back on the conclusion we have all rightly drawn about the shape of the planet we live on.
Number 10, Martin Kenny.
We have to go to you first of all. Why do you think it didn't happen?
Well, there's overwhelming proof that it didn't happen.
Do you believe the moon landing was real or a hoax? Well, Martin Kenny was so sure of his belief in it being staged that he came onto This Morning to go head-to-head with an actual scientist, Sarah Bosman.
Not only has it not been released, NASA destroyed it.
To start, Martin couldn't even have a good enough argument against Ruth Langsford when she mentioned that it would take an awful lot of people to cover it up.
What we think, some people believe the moon's made of cheese. What do you think the moon is made of?
What I know the moon is, it's a luminary. That's all I know.
Sarah, of course, lays the smackdown with actual reasoning behind every question he poses. It comes to a point where his statements get so outlandish, she can't help but laugh.
It's sometimes translucent. You can see through it, right? Sometimes it's got something called a lunar wave. There are many.
Number 9, Jilly.
Tap water can also contain fluoride.
Right.
And anybody who actually believes that is there for our health,
Okay.
fooling themselves, it's there for control.
And yet, Ginny, miraculously, I'm still alive.
Bottled water or tap water? Bit of a nothing conversation, right? Well, for some reason, when Jilly here called in explaining her theories as to why tap water is bad for you, it sent Matthew Wright on an absolute warpath.
Ginny, we're taking water from countries where they haven't got a water supply, a clean water supply.
Her comments on tap water being a chemical cocktail were dismantled and followed up with Matthew's reasoning as to why bottled water is so much worse for you and the environment.
But you are damaging your own health because
of other people's drugs.
you are damaging your own health because every bottle of water you take, that bottle has been manufactured. The fumes are going up into the sky, the greenhouse gases, the carbon footprint's enormous. It is having an impact on all our health.
All things considered, Jilly seemed quite polite, but that didn't stop Matthew from delivering this brutal final takedown.
So if the rest of you care so much about... I'm sorry, I can't hear you, Matthew.
Don't worry about it. It's probably the bottle of water makes you deaf, I've heard, Ginny. Thanks for the call. Let's have another.
Number 8, Mark Sargent.
We've seen that it's round.
Sure.
So how come it's not?
It's not because we can't prove it's a globe. Everything that in fact, it starts out with everybody that's in the flat Earth community starts out looking at the globe saying, can you prove it? Can you prove the globe, especially without using NASA?
You have to be truly committed to fly over the pond from America in order to make your case that the world is not in fact round, but flat. Prominent conspiracy theorist Mark Sargent is one such man who came loaded with a full arsenal of reasons proving it's flat. Well, not so much reasons, just sort of saying everything is the way he says it is.
I've interviewed, both of us, we've interviewed Tim Peake from this sofa.
I know.
So what was I doing? Who was I talking to? Where was he?
You were talking to a military officer, nothing more. I talked to Terry Virts, American astronaut. And look, they're all, you gotta remember, everybody that goes up there are high-ranking military.
Whenever Holly or Phil presented him with proof, he'd say it was faked by the government. Whenever they ask him what the reasoning behind something is, he pretty much says, I don't know. Mark certainly has his story set up, but to most of the viewing public, he came across as a bit daft.
What's outside?
That's a tough one, isn't it?
Well,
I mean, because it could be
no clue.
Number 7, Reverend Robert Short.
How's it going? You Reverend Short. Hi, how are you? Go on in.
If the alien mutilations and hunting missions of Louis' Weird Weekend episode on UFOs weren't strange enough, we were also treated to an actual visitation from an alien life form. Apparently.
This is Central Control. This is Central Control.
The Reverend Robert Short of the Blue Rose Ministry invited Louis to experience the moment that his extraterrestrial friend Corton took control of his body. As we all know, Louis' most powerful technique for humiliating someone is to simply leave them to it. And boy, did Reverend Short go for it.
This is the voice of Instruct Relay Automatic in and for the planet you of the Earth called Jupiter. On behalf of the Honorable Court on Representative, we are ready to begin with that information which we have for these individuals in this time period.
The Reverend appears to go into a trance and with an altered voice begins talking as Corton. Louis attempts to hold a dialogue with Corton, but he doesn't get many answers. However, the alien does offer kindly greetings to the viewers at BBC Two.
Does Corton have any message for the viewers of BBC Two?
We greet you in peace, son.
What are the chances that I'll actually be able to go and see a mutilated cow in person for this programme with Chris O'Brien?
In order to do so, you may talk to
Number 6. Melinda Messenger. The safety of vaccinations only became a major topic of contention around the turn of the millennium. These skeptical views typically stem from a lack of accurate information or a strange nostalgia for eradicating diseases such as smallpox. One notable instance of this occurred in 2016 when Melinda Messenger appeared on This Morning.
So the things that rang alarm bells for me were the number of cases where girls had been reported and that they had serious side effects.
During the segment, she was paired against a medical doctor who clarified that vaccine side effects pale in comparison to the dangers of the illnesses they prevent.
What upsets me, Melinda, is the fact that you've actually come out into the public domain and said this.
Given that she ultimately made a fool of herself, the platform she was given posed an unnecessary risk of spreading harmful misinformation.
Death. Muscular system disorder.
Let's wait there. Death isn't as serious as you can go.
Number 5. Paul is dead.
In the toward the end of the 60s, is that when the rumors about you being dead surfaced? Do you remember that? Do you remember how that started? What were your feelings about that?
Those Yanks really come up with some stuff, don't they? One of the most ludicrous conspiracy theories of all time has to be the idea that the original Paul McCartney died when he was replaced by a double. Well, back in 2009, the Beatles star himself flew over to the States and appeared on David Letterman's talk show to finally put America's ridiculous theory to bed.
The idea was to walk across the crossing, and I showed up that day with sandals, flip-flops, and so it was so hot. And I kicked them off and walked across barefooted. So this started some rumor that because he was barefooted, he's dead. I couldn't see the connection myself.
Hearing the music legend discuss the theory really highlights how farcical it is, especially so when he brings it up between some in-depth memories that only the real Paul could recall.
It was an American DJ, so you guys are to blame.
Yeah.
That's the best way to kill off a conspiracy theory, really. Just laugh it off like Sir Paul.
Well, that was the idea. That was the other part of it, that there was a guy who looked like you taking your place.
No, well, this is him.
Yeah.
Number 4. Qualified Fellow. Nearly 2 years into the COVID pandemic, Question Time floored a debate primarily about vaccinating or not vaccinating while the COVID-19 vaccines were still being rolled out.
Is nothing he says credible to you? Well, given what an eminent scientist he is.
During one round, Fiona Bruce specifically asked for an unvaccinated audience member to give their opinions, and this bloke put his hand up.
Let's let Robin answer that, and then I'll come to some other people in the audience.
It's nonsense. He didn't invent mRNA vaccines.
He then began arguing with the epidemiologists on the panel. He just didn't believe anything the scientists on the panel were saying, claiming that he'd been doing his own research and that he should be listened to about communicable diseases because he has, drumroll, a philosophy degree.
I studied philosophy at university and I learned that an appeal to an authority is not an automatic win of an argument.
Number 3. Nick Knowles. That's right, regular folk aren't the only ones who suspect the moon landing was a hoax. Certain celebrities share this skepticism as well.
No one's landed on the moon.
Humans, yeah, they have.
No, we haven't.
During his appearance on I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here, Nick Knowles explicitly stated his conviction that the historic milestone was faked, clearly irritating his fellow campmates and trivia specialist Anne Hegarty. It was obvious to the other contestants and the viewers alike that Knowles was simply repeating internet myths without any real grasp of the facts.
Yeah. And the argument is that you would actually have to build the spacecraft out of lead in order to protect the astronauts from the Van Allen belt.
Except if you're going through it quite fast, it need not have that massive an effect.
While the exchange resulted in some truly strange television, seeing Hegarty use her formidable expertise to systematically dismantle his arguments was a standout moment of the series.
I think it's bollocks. I think we have landed on the bloody moon.
Number 2, Flat Earthers. Here we go again.
The evidence that we've seen doesn't suggest that what we've been told is true.
While the concept of flat Earth dates back to antiquity, Greek scholars had already gathered significant proof of the planet's spherical shape by the 3rd century. This consensus remained largely unchallenged in the West until the 21st century. A particularly notable instance occurred in 2018 when a group of flat Earth proponents appeared on This Morning, showcasing a profound lack of scientific understanding that left the hosts baffled.
So Sir Isaac Newton got that wrong, did he? Did he just get that completely wrong?
Well, I don't think he particularly got it wrong. I think we're told a lot of truths, but possibly not full truth.
Despite renowned physicist Brian Cox appearing to debunk their claims, the group remained steadfast in their beliefs.
Is Brian Cox a liar?
I mean, you'd never call somebody, outright a liar, but is he mistaken? Absolutely. But
it was a disheartening display that arguably underscored significant gaps in modern education.
We've met some of them ordinary people. Are all 230 people liars?
Can we just end this debate by saying...
No way can we.
Number 1, David Icke. After a disastrous 1991 appearance on Wogan, where he infamously donned a turquoise tracksuit and declared himself the Son of God, David Icke's career as a sports broadcaster was effectively over.
The press claim that you claim to be the Son of God.
Mm-hmm.
Is that true?
Yes, you see, the thing is that it's quite funny, really.
While he had previously hinted at such claims in print, his televised announcement that he was the Messiah and the end was nigh was met with nothing but mockery.
So I'm delighted that there's so much laughter in the audience tonight.
But no, it's a...
But just let me say this.
They're laughing at you. They're not laughing with you.
Since that public breakdown, Icke's rhetoric has only grown more bizarre and concerning. He has transitioned from sports commentary to internet rants, often focused on reptilian humanoids and theories that the moon is actually a spaceship or a supercomputer designed to manipulate humanity from a distance.
I am asking no one in this theatre, no one watching this program, no one on this planet to believe a word of it.
Did we miss any humiliating interactions? Let us know in those comments below.